Welcome everybody to episode 96 of Perpetual Backlog. I'm your host, like Aqua, and this opening seems low energy. It's because Dalit just said let's get stuck in right before I started recording, and no.
I mean, come on now. We're all here. We're all together. It's the three of us this time. I just had Wendy's, so I'm full of beans. We're good. Let's get stuck in.
Quit
They sold you beans at Wendy?
Sure.
quit being a cheeky dagger, right?
Oh,
Joining me, like always, is Dalit.
Hey, good to be here again. Love to see your faces, even though I can't see your faces.
Yeah, and Leek, who
I thought they
we're
sold
just
burgers at Wendy's.
we're just perpetuating her like
confusion.
perpetuating the fucking English culture over there, or no,
English? Excuse me?
British
I'm
culture.
part Welsh, guess what? Fuck
Oh,
off.
actually, that wasn't reference to what I was saying because of Xenoblade.
Yeah.
No, before we were recording, he was going, yeah, my, is it your father?
That's fair.
Yeah, your father's saying, oh, guess what? Guess what, Leek? I'm part Welsh. And then he's saying the English culture.
Proceeds to get it immediately wrong.
Oh my goodness me.
Well, I never said I identify with it. I just said it's in my blood, apparently.
Anyway, hello.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit that's said in Xenoblade 3.
I mean, most of it's correct. Some of it's absolutely made up, but most of it's like stuff I have heard before.
What in the Queen's curls?
All right, so hear me out, right? Uni's queen,
Obsession.
Is understandable given the game, but also I don't know where all that comes from. And I've said it before. I will say it again. What in the queen's cuticles is one that I. Wow, that's
What the fuck?
Uni is at once amazing and terrifying.
Look at the Queen's beans.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, Uni's language is completely different from everybody else, and I went and like searched up like what like the actor was, I guess, told to sound like, and she sounds proper street urchin Cockney half the time.
Oh, is she doing Cockney rhyme?
Yeah.
Well,
not rhyme, but like
no.
Well, like in a Victorian street urchin, that sound.
Oh, okay.
I still think it's like a modern Cockney, and I still think that Cockney's wrong. I know Lance is your typical bruv though, so that's spot. That's honestly bang on.
Yeah,
but I don't know about her sounding like a Victorian street urchin.
I don't know. Watch some Oliver Twist. Compare it.
Yeah, this is why I don't know about that comparison. That is also where my head goes.
I mean, she kind of sounds like I guess in like, what is it, 6.1 for 14 or whatever, that poor kid that we have to deal with in Anthavner. Kind of sounds like him, who was also doing a street urchin accent. But I mean, Uni's like in her own bubble when it comes to her language. Everybody else like sounds normal or whatever. The moment Uni's
no, because Lan sounds like the male equivalent.
I mean, I guess, but Lan's half the time he's talking to Senna, and it sounds like normal or whatever. Uni can talk
speaking a different language, man.
I know, but every time Uni speaks, you're just sitting here like, what are you saying, Uni?
To be fair, for whatever reason, Lance and Uni, obviously, yes, Uni more than Lance, they gave literally all of the slang to.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's the joke, right? She's the what in it? She's that.
Yeah,
she's like South London. It's great.
sometimes when she's saying what, it's actually WOT and not actually WHAT.
Yeah, no, it's there's never H in that. Nope.
No. I'm in actual some of the actual talking, like the
subtitles, yeah.
the subtitles or whatever. Sometimes it is WHAT.
Well, they're wrong.
There are occasions where she is definitely saying "you what, mate?" All right, and it is WOT, and she does say "in it" a lot as well.
Oh, she uses that liberally.
Yeah. So no, I love Uni. I love Uni so much.
She is like the whole cast is grand, but like Uni is a special breed of amazing.
Well, so you beat that game this week.
I did. I beat it just yesterday. God, it's a long game. Goodness me, I didn't even do everything in it. I still have to go back and do so much.
You still have post game.
Yeah, I haven't even done anything that's unique to the post game yet.
Yeah. I'm in chapter 6, so I'm trucking along. I'll get it done before next week. I already messaged Jay and I said, "Dollet's got it done. I'll get it done sometime this week so we can set a date for all the spoiler cast."
Yeah,
I'm actually
story cast for me.
Yeah, I'm happy to have the break because there's a lot to like soak in when I'm finally finished. There's a lot of feelings I have to kind of overcome, not necessarily because of the ending, mind you, just looking back and having like gut check reactions to things. I'll at least have time to think about them now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost kind of wish I didn't get forewarned that there was an emotional low in chapter 5 because while there was definitely an emotional low in chapter 5,
goodness,
I feel like I may have been padded because I knew it was coming.
You told me it still fucking sucked.
Yeah, no, I was
like I knew it. I knew it was coming, and I even knew when it happened what was going to happen, and I still was like, oh, but this hurts so bad though.
There was like a roller coaster there or whatever because it got low.
Fucking was.
And then right after chapter 6 started, it went like fucking straight up or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here for this. All right.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
No, I mean, like I said, I'm just in chapter 6. I got far enough to where I was able to start moving around in the world and not being like gated off from everywhere. And then I immediately went and got Fiona so I can get the signifier class.
First of all, she's so precious.
Yeah, that's a magical girl quest line. That's a magical girl quest
kind
line.
of.
Really.
Second of all, signifier is busted. I love that class.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with me to the end of the game. So
I absolutely did. I capped out before the end. I was like, nope, I'm not switching. This is it. I like this class well too much.
Yeah,
I have to uncap it at some point.
Well, yeah.
It's on my to-do list, but I did need a break.
But we obviously we're not going to talk about Xenoblade 3. But we did play some Monster Hunter this week, leveling up those investigation levels.
Surely.
And then what? I got like half the server to play Minecraft last night.
Yeah, actually, there was a lot of people in that. We didn't do anything, but well, actually, you did quite a bit. But
actually, I did a lot. Actually.
But whew.
Are you the main builder or
no?
Or miner?
I explored. I hopped on a boat and I mapped out a bunch of area. I found a village, and then I found well, this happened this morning. I went back to the village that I found last night.
Yeah.
Grabbed everything I could out of there. And then there was a castle village that was to the south of where we're at.
Oh, neat.
I went down there and grabbed like they had a bunch of emeralds, so I went and grabbed all their emeralds and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. The server's playing playing Minecraft. On pretty much almost everybody that hops into the chat is now playing Minecraft. So,
I mean, like Leek, who will speak for herself in a moment. I just let me dig. Just let me make mines. I'm well pleased with that.
mhm.
I just
Yeah,
want to
I mean,
farm material.
I like digging and I like exploring at the same time. I'm with the way this modded Minecraft works, I have to be a bit careful on both ends or whatever, because the farther you dig down, the more dangerous enemies you run into, but also the more you explore around, the more dangerous enemies you run into. And this modded Minecraft, enemies are scary as fuck in this game.
Nope, not my worry. My worry is somehow learning how to make a half-decent pickaxe, because I need to get to iron, but I have all this other stuff that I can make first in order to get to it, because stone
you'll
will
be
take you
happy.
so far.
I found like 6 or 7 iron ingots over by the village.
Oh,
I
don't even have to worry about the forging bit. Nice.
I don't know if anybody's used them yet, because I did put them in the
The danger chest.
the danger chest, whatever.
Yeah.
So Seaver could have already used them by now. But
I mean, probably, and if they do good, I'll manage. Just there's a lot of stuff in that is not in vanilla, and I'm going straight into like one of the what they say is like one of the larger mod packs.
Oh yeah, this is like this and I think medieval Minecraft are like the 2 largest mod packs.
So yeah, like I took a baby step. I thought I was taking a baby step. I did not. I just like full on fell into the deep end. I was like, oh, I gotta learn quite a bit now.
Yeah. But the other game I played is the same thing that Leek played this week, which is Tower of Fantasy.
Hey.
Yes.
Wait, what?
I played it. Yeah, that's why I did a lot of playing, actually, because I was curious how different it was to Genshin. And also, essentially, I was watching someone else play it on Twitch. That was the first step. And then I noticed that in my Twitch inventory, I got given this free stuff. And I was like, okay. So I got free stuff, and it looks fine. I haven't seen them really do the gacha things yet, so I'll have a go. Downloaded that. I actually did like that you can create your own character, and the character creation is pretty alright, actually. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
I have issues with it, but yeah, it's okay. It's better than not having one for certain.
Yeah. Genshin.
Genshin.
Yeah. So I did that. I had to play around with that. My first thoughts. So I did also play Genshin, so it's not just me coming off blind for both of them. But yeah, so Genshin, for me, I enjoyed the initial gameplay because I love exploring, and it's such an open world that and it rewarded me immediately with like finding stuff and finding shinies and everything. It was great. And I could smash stuff. I could completely ignore the story. That was great. But at the same time, its world was a bit barren. You could find all the shiny chests and stuff like that and all the materials and whatever, but it was like environment-wise, it was really barren. And I felt during Genshin gameplay, I didn't really think about it, but when I started playing Tower of Fantasy, it hit me because the comparison is that the difference is Tower of Fantasy is not barren. All the environments jam packed with trees and like buildings and like it's a lot smaller. It's not as wide. Is that the way to describe it? Wide as Genshin?
Yeah.
Yet, I assume is the correct asterisk to put on the end of that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually looked on the maps and stuff as well. It's not just that world, because this is a sci-fi, right? There are other worlds you could go to in the future. There's this planetary thing, so that's cool. It reminds me of the Star Wars Old Republic MMO, which you can jump worlds. Yeah.
Oh, we took
you
away
can jump worlds in that. Oh yeah, well that's what it reminds me of.
All right, that's a cool way to think about it. I hadn't considered that. I just went straight to Borderlands, if I'm honest.
Okay. I mean, I went to MMO comparison, so
probably more appropriate given
yeah.
the situation.
Yeah, so that's my thought. So yeah, initial thoughts. I wasn't really allowed to explore as immediately as I did in Genshin, because Tower of Fantasy throws you immediately into the main story, and it like distracts you with all the cutscenes like in your face. It's all in your face. You can skip them and stuff. I was told that if you skip them, it tells you not to skip them.
It does. As someone who did skip them, it absolutely says, "Hey, you might need this later?" Question mark.
No,
Yeah,
I think it says it ruins immersion or something like that.
That's funny. I thought it tells you off. Oh yeah. So yeah, all in my face. Couldn't really just run away until I was free to, which was, oh god, it was ages. I just felt like ages anyway, because the story itself is pretty lame.
Yes,
Yeah,
I see.
It is.
This is why I was skipping them. It just doesn't. It didn't.
It was
strike me
really
as
lame.
good. Also, I hate to say it, but the English acting did not help matters.
Oh, English acting was god awful.
Yeah.
Some characters did. Some voices didn't even match characters.
No.
Well, I see. I'm usually down for like experimenting and being. Yeah, no, this is just cheap.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be cheap, guys, I'm right here. Hire me.
God, yeah, the story was really lame.
Day.
It saw like it feels like it saw bits from different MMOs and took them all in. Because you got the meet this cute little NPC that you try to grow attached to, or it tries to get you to grow attached to, and then oh no, now she's gonna be a monster. So yeah, and the big brother just can't let that happen. One rule for him, one rule for the whole settlement, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty lame. I'm not skipping the cutscenes. I do want to see where this is going, but it isn't really engaging me. It's really nah.
No, I understand for sure.
I stopped playing. Like after like 2 to 3 days, I was just like, I hit the point of where Genshin got me to, where I was like, this feels like a job or whatever, but I hit it a lot faster than I did in Genshin.
I think because they were pretty much forced to do the story.
Yeah. You said this earlier, and you're absolutely right. The exploratory aspect of Genshin was so strong, and I was with it until I ran out of reasons to run about the world.
Yeah. But this one, I haven't had really a chance to. I've tried to like sneak off and do stuff with my own, my own accord, and yeah, it's okay. But because it's like a pro and con with it being the environment being so jam packed with stuff. There isn't many chests to find. Well, there is.
Oh no, there's a lot of chests, but they're all
there is a lot of chests and stuff.
They're all time gated.
They're all time gated, and like I don't know, it doesn't feel so open world, even though it kind of is supposed to be, right? I don't know. It's very. I don't know. I'm still like trying to work out if I even like this a little bit or not.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing at the moment that I enjoy from both like Genshin and Tower Fantasy is when there is a fight scene. They're pretty. They're done well.
Yeah.
But that's about the only thing, and I can just load them up onto YouTube.
Yeah.
And every time I sit here and like see like a cool cutscene from Genshin Impact, I'm always like, I could go back and play. And then I'm like, if only this game was just a fucking single player game that isn't a gacha.
Yeah, that's I felt that with Genshin as well. God damn. Like now this is just the initial things. Now I'm going to talk about the gacha side. Does it? I was talking about this with Aqua. I think the weapons and stuff. Yeah, okay, that's cool to get the gacha thing. The sacralims, wherever they are.
Simulacrums.
I've never used them. I've never.
Yeah, because why would you?
Yeah.
Like you've let us.
It depends.
Make our, and this is what again. I also have spoken with Aqua. This was the answer. It's like I don't know if I've made my character, and you've given me the option to continue to customize them and keep them up to date with like whatever I want them to look like. Why would I ever use the simulacrums? But I guess someone sees something they like, maybe a different sex, or just there's just something specific about them that they can't have in their character yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what I
use
would.
your weapons and shit though, so I don't know. I haven't bothered.
That's what because I'm the only one here that really actually ever used that used the simulacrum.
Yeah,
I didn't use any of my simulacrums that I got from any of my weapons until I got Samir, which was the ponytail lady with the twin guns.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course it was. All right.
yeah.
But I really liked her design, and I liked the character's design that I made. All right, and I can swap back and forth whenever I really want to. All right. And when you're doing the story, it forces you out of your simulacrum anyway. So you're not doing the cutscenes in your simulacrum.
Sure.
I see.
It puts you back into your character.
Real quick, since we're touching on the shallow topics,
Mm-hmm.
why is everyone 6 foot tall, rail thin with Bayonetta proportions? Like for whatever reason, it also just doesn't work for me here.
No, you've got what's his face, Paul. Even isn't it his? Now this is bothering me so much. They always pronounce him as Paul, but his spelling is Palu. It really bothers me.
Maybe that's a typo.
He's a white boy.
Maybe that's a typo.
Maybe, but it's throughout the whole thing. Oh God. Anyway,
That's the other thing you and I talked about was this game does not have polish.
It doesn't.
No, it very much doesn't.
That's the thing that Genshin had. Genshin had
yeah.
polish when it came out.
Yes,
100%.
Yes.
100%. This game feels like it's in, and I hate to say it, very early alpha.
I've seen voice lines missed. I've seen characters not even moving their mouths.
That's one that I pointed out. Yeah.
Yeah, that some of the lines don't match the voice either. What they're saying, I mean.
Yeah.
They glitch in and out sometimes. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I've seen in the environment as well. I've found like polygons sticking out.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It feels like this game may have run over estimate, and they're trying to recoup money to continue the development process with the actual,
that's a possibility.
It's
a possibility considering how questionable the development phase of Tower Fantasy was and like the release phase of it, because
very good.
There's a couple of people that I'm following on Twitter that kept talking about Tower Fantasy ever since it was announced or whatever, and there was no indication on when Tower Fantasy was ever coming out, literally until like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Oh well, now I'm all but certain that this ran into some issues during development, and they're using like the incredible sum they're about to get from launch to pay for continuing development.
Well, they're also Tower Fantasy is also causing bank accounts to get locked up.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It feels weird saying high quality gacha game because I don't find this to be very high quality, but any game with this kind of presentation is going to do that because we finally seem to have transcended PNGs and we're into full-on 3D models now, which is genuinely a big step forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that people are like going in and wailing.
Well, even if you like buy one pack or like just one thing, it's locking up bank. It's because you're having you're going from like people's bank accounts and not buying something that immediately says China on it to buying something that immediately says China on it.
Oh, I hadn't considered that aspect. No, that's fair. That's very fair.
Because Genshin kind of did the same thing. There was a time when Genshin first came out, that a lot of people's bank accounts weren't allowing payment, like people being able to buy it because the place that you're paying is China, and so that kind of triggers a lot of red flags sometimes with banks in general.
I see.
But that makes a little bit more sense, at least with Tower of Fantasy. That'll get sorted out within the next within a week or something, because
Sure.
Just like with Genshin didn't last very long with Genshin.
Yeah. Okay, good things about it. I love the setting. I love sci-fi. It kind of reminds me of Phantasy Star.
A bit, yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it's I like robots. There's so many robots.
I knew this was coming. Yes.
Yeah, of course. You know me. Yeah, I love robots. You go into fucking space. You ride vehicles. There's some cool vehicles. There are. Stuff like this. I love that. I love it. I like the character. I already mentioned this character customization. That's good. I hope you can actually add stuff to them later and update them and so on. Multiplayer. It's an MMO, so you can add friends and play with them properly together. I mean, they've already thought about the fluctuation of people, because they not only have different servers, they have different channels too, and it's pretty easy to jump between channels. Although, if you jump once, be warned, if you will be put to a time penalty if you try to jump again. You have to wait like 30 minutes before doing so.
To discourage bots from spamming things.
Yes. So they thought about that. What else? You can PvP. That's pretty easy to do. You just click on your friend's thing and ask to duel. So that's fun. The only problem I found with the multiplayer is that I don't know, if your friend has a poor connection, they disappear now and again. It's like they jitter and stuff, and one friend completely went invisible, even though I could see what they were carrying. That's a shame, but hey, yeah, that's really what I liked about it. Otherwise, it's kind of meh.
I think you've hit it on the head. Really, you've nailed everything that I would bring up.
Yeah,
I think having a main character is pointless. I think for all of these games, you should be able to customize your own character. That's not to say I don't think you shouldn't have other characters to do things with. That's fine, but I did like that from this game, and I did like the concept of them taking multiplayer from the start. And that's about all I've got.
If Genshin had these, I would go back to Genshin. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Genshin has multiplayer, but its multiplayer is really jank.
No, really. It's kind of like in an event, right? Only.
Yeah.
No. You can join people's worlds.
Yeah, but
but you can't get anything for it.
Do. That's always been Genshin's failure in multiplayer. There is a multiplayer, and you can walk around and kill things, but there's nothing that
you can get stuff. It's just you have to have the stamina. Yeah, you have to have stamina or the resin to do it.
Yes, that's lame.
And you can't be you can't go into you can't do higher adventure rank people's or world rank people's stuff.
Yeah. See, it's limited by the world rank and
yeah.
It's not true multiplayer.
Genshin's multiplayer is jank. So because
you can see in Tower of Fantasy, you can see other players walk around the world freely.
Yeah. Genshin's was just drop in, drop out fucking world play.
Yeah.
If Genshin had what Tower of Fantasy had from the start, I'd probably still be playing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they underestimated how much a multiplayer aspect would help keep people interested in it, and I'll also be interested to know if Zenless Zone Zero fixes that.
Yeah, maybe that is.
Or what's the other one they were also working on?
Honkai Star Rail.
Honkai Star Rail, because I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest, yet.
I think it's just the next Honkai Impact game.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense given the naming structure, but I hope they figure something out because people seem to like their titles in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I will, however, be waiting for Arknights'
Yeah. I'm interested in Zenless Zone Zero just because it's not Honkai and it looks the setting for it actually looks pretty nice. I just hope it has like I kind of hope it has the tower fantasy level of multiplayer and not Genshin's level of multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think that is the one thing that Tower Fantasy really has over its most immediate. Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get. Comparison point is just that its multiplayer is so much more thought out than Genshin's. However, we do know that we've seen Zenless Zone Zero stuff, so the other polish we expect to be there is still there. So
that's because MiHoYo just they know how to put out a quality product. It's just it's gotcha.
Yeah, that is the biggest downside. I genuinely think if they made one like traditional game to go along with it, it would do all right, and it would just be a bit of extra money on the side and something I would pick up and not feel guilty about.
Yeah, because I was telling Lee, because I have spent money on Tower Fantasy, and I end up putting money into any gacha I play just to see how I actually feel after I've put money into it. Because there are some gachas that after you do it, you feel kind of okay, or like you feel like moderately all right to like like to a level of like okay, I don't feel bad for throwing money into it.
Yeah.
And then there are some that you fucking feel like I put money into Fago or whatever. I felt horrible after I put money into Fago. I feel
too bloody right. I never did that for 2 years. I was good. I just left.
I feel horrible playing Fago in general. But I've thrown money into Genshin. I never felt bad about throwing money into Genshin. I normally got what I wanted. I actually didn't feel bad throwing money into Tower of Fantasy. I got the character that I wanted. Or I got the weapons / character that I wanted after throwing the money in there. And the one thing you buy from the one currency that you actually you have to spend money for is for that one banner that will have like a rate up character on it. While the other two banners for weapons is like a the way that they split up their banners was weird because you have your base banner or whatever, which is like all the characters outside of the one that's rate up. And then there was like the gold nucleus banner where you didn't get anything outside of you didn't really get anything for doing that banner. Because I don't think there was an innate I think there was only like a little bit of an innate rate up for Samir, but that was like about it. You didn't even get a pity for the gold nuclei banner. Or maybe it was the black nuclei banner. What would because you were able to swap and it was just weird. But the red nuclei one is the one that you actually have to pay for. I got that character that was on rate up. That character that weapon is actually pretty good. So I didn't feel bad about throwing money.
I hope so if you're paying for it.
Yeah, I didn't feel well that character goes into the normal banner after after the next update, I think. So like anybody will be able to get her at some point in time. So I didn't feel bad throwing money at it. So I guess it has that going for it. And obviously like how Genshin was in the beginning, doing like the exploratory stuff like just innately gives you both black and gold nuclei to an extreme amount. I think coded I don't think coded did really any pulls or whatever and that he posted up his the amount of stuff that he had, and he had like 200 to 300 of each at one point.
Yeah, it does give you a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but at some point,
like Twitch did its like thing. Yeah, well, no doubt. Yeah, see how that lasts that long though.
but
fair enough.
But at what point does it actually stop, Dalit? Because this is a game where you'll be going to different worlds.
It's true. Sorry. From my previous experience with any gachas, even the ones that seem most player friendly, that comes to a crashing halt at some point.
So the only the only gacha that I've run into that actually hasn't stopped in that regard is Defu. Defu, you just get gems like for existing in that game.
I still feel like it slowed down a bit, but I also slowed down quite a lot, so that's probably what that was.
Yeah, there's so many avenues to get gems, and I put I threw a little bit of money into Defu, like I bought like one pack or whatever. It's honestly, there's no reason to do that because you just get gems. They just fall out of the fucking air in that game. But no, Tower Fantasy's all right. I think it definitely needs a lot more polish. This wasn't a release. This is an open alpha. Climbing up the sides of like a place is way worse than it is in Genshin. It's like your character interacting with the wall to climb feels horrible. There's actually a point where you can't even climb up to like on a house or whatever, or like not even up a ladder. When you get to the top of the ladder, it throws you off.
I haven't really had that problem myself. I've actually like even been able to like chameleon my way on like the side of a house pretty easily. But I've gotten stuck though. That's me trying to break stuff.
I do like the concept in my head of a little lizard leak fumbling about the walls, just staring, making sure nobody's watching her as she.
Oh yeah, like in any sort of like environment like that, I will inevitably try to jump on stuff I'm not supposed to jump on, and like try to like glitch myself through things.
There was one instance where I was climbing up to like on like a shack, or I was climbing up to get to the top of a shack, and as soon as I hit the corner to the roof or whatever, it glitched me under the earth.
Oh yeah, I was watching that.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, broke the Game Boys, but thankfully they have an unstuck button in the settings.
They do, yeah.
So, that's nice.
Just called stuck. Press the stuck button.
Yeah, press the stuck button. No, but overall, I think it's okay. I think what it has over Genshin doesn't make it better than Genshin, just because Genshin has the polish that when you're playing Genshin, you feel like you're playing a game that is like finished. But if they ever got to the level of polish that Genshin has, then it's probably a game that's it's probably be on the same level as Genshin, if not better, just because of the multiplayer aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I certainly don't hope ill of any of them. I think my time with the game is come to an end. Yeah, but that's not surprising. I just don't stay with these very long. Hey, if you will want to make a game on the quality of like Devil May Cry, then I'll probably stick around for a bit. And no, gonna cut this off at the pass. Punishing Grey Raven is not that. I'm talking about the depth of gameplay. I don't even care what I don't even care if there is characters. If you just got your weapons.
You know what?
Forget gotcha. Just give me Devil May Cry 6, please. That's really what I'm asking for here.
You're gonna wait a while for that, you know, right? If that even exists.
They're still not even they're not even halfway through Dragon's Dogma 2 yet.
Yeah, I know. So, did anybody else do anything this week that they would like to talk about?
Oh, not really. Casual, stodgy relaxation. That's it.
Yeah, no, I just didn't have time for anything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, little failed you, Leak. He didn't give a question, even though this was a week that he knew that you were going to be here.
What?
Because it's after last week, and so he just forgot about you.
Wow. I'm never drawing for you again.
Yep. So no question from Little this week, surprisingly enough. So we'll go into our news. Pretty dry week of news. Pretty dry week of news. We're back in the world where games get delayed. Hogwarts Legacy got delayed to February 10th, which is okay because it never had a release date to begin with. So they only stated, what is it? They stated holiday 2022.
I feel like it did feel like it was just around the. Yeah, okay, so there was a
release window,
a time window. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. They stated that we're excited to have you guys, explore the world of Hogwarts Legacy. They just need a little bit more time, which is fair. Again, like as Broski always said.
Please don't use the quote.
I don't use the quote.
Goodness, that's been drilled into the
ground.
I know,
yeah.
I am just happy we're living in a world where dev teams, or if not dev teams, at least companies, can feel comfortable delaying a game. It seemed like for 20 years there, it was like the worst thing imaginable to them.
Yeah.
And so we got a lot of really iffy deliveries.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm okay with game delays. I mean,
always.
I'm still sitting here waiting on Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So,
someone's got to be waiting for that.
A lot of people are waiting for that. Look, that game looks fucking sick. It's just never coming out.
At least you know.
Yeah. No, that game's coming out because there's too much work done on it. Or whatever, so they actually
started all the way over, and then did actually put out a pretty good preview. So
even if the game,
a lot of work.
Even if the game is going to be shit, that game still has to release, and I'll still pay $60 for it. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy delayed till February 10th. I'm the only one here that's probably going to play it. So
yep.
It genuinely does depend on the reviews for me.
Yeah, true.
And maybe a sale.
Yeah, maybe a sale. You mean 100% a sale.
Yeah, 100% a sale. I'm not buying.
The reviews got to be like 8 and up, and the and it has to be like on a 50% sale.
Yeah, kind of actually.
Yeah. That's fair though. Disney announced that they're doing D23 Expo and a Marvel Game Showcase on September 9th.
Yeah, Disney does own a lot of game studios, so.
Oh yeah, and even if they don't own the studios, they own the IPs that the studios produce.
Yep. So what's coming up?
Well, there's possibility of something Kingdom Hearts related.
Okay, I was curious if you were going to be the one to say it, or if I was going to have to bother you into saying it.
No, there's a possibility of something KH4 related coming up.
I hope they continue to tease people through the development cycle, because long dev cycles on games like that are rough on the fans.
Well, we're not going to see anything on Knights of the Old Republic remake.
That's heartbreaking,
that hurts,
isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't here when we had to talk about it, did we? Were you? Or was that before? Or was that the week you came? Oh yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that fiasco? Eh?
Aww.
She's disappointed.
That's my thoughts. Aww.
Yeah, no, that's about right.
Yeah.
Because it was something wrong with what was happening in the studio, right?
No, so this is what it was. Aspire had a vertical slice of the game that they had created as a demo for Lucasfilm, and the people at Lucasfilm did not like it at all. They thought it was shit. So assumingly from what actually happened, all right, because Aspire said that they are looking at other projects now. This probably means that Lucasfilm took them off of that game.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And then Aspire fired the art director and another, like, not the art. They fired the art director and somebody else dealing with art. For the game. So
yeah.
Not to be incredibly cruel to Aspire, but up until now they'd only really been doing ports of games, right? So this was always kind of a really, really weird team to suddenly be rebuilding a game and not just porting it over. Like, this is actually a different skill set.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm very sad that it's not gonna happen. Or at least not from them, at least.
Yeah.
So but they have that. There's Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Apparently there's gonna be some updates with that. And a bunch of other, like, Disney-esque type games. Obviously there might be another Marvel game coming up at some point. I mean, we have what? There's the
plenty of shows and movies out now.
Oh yeah, plenty of shows and movies. There's Wolverine's getting a game as well.
Yes.
So there might be a trailer for that.
Neat.
There might be a trailer for the Spider-Man. Like, these are games that most of these games probably won't show up because they're while they are attached to Disney and Marvel, they're not. They're more attached to the people that are developing them. So, like, any showcase that has to deal with, like, Sony or Insomniac or whatever will most likely show those, and probably not at D23.
But D23s are weird. Well, not weird. It's actually pretty standard experience. It's not a game centric thing, with the exception of Kingdom Hearts, which is like the big thing that tends to come out of that.
Yeah.
For game related, like, this is something where we're probably going to get, like, sneak peeks of upcoming Disney shows and possible movies. People will be there to speak about concepts going forward under the Disney umbrella, and if Marvel's getting involved, odds are we'll get further heads up and sneak peeks into phase, what is this, 4, 5?
We're in 5 now. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. And then, like, the Marvel Game Showcase, that would most likely have like maybe anything else that's not directly attached to Disney in it. So who knows? It's always a coin toss what shows up at like a Disney-esque type of conference. Because not in every D23 Expo did a Kingdom Hearts thing show up. So it was only like every other one did Kingdom Hearts normally show up. So multiversus is kicking off its season 1 with adding in 2 new characters. Good old Black Adam and Stripe from Gremlins.
Yeah, not neat.
Like, Stripe is definitely a left field added option.
Truly.
Even for this game, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the design on it, though, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he looks really menacing, which he should be.
Yeah.
Gremlin.
Have any of us here tried multiverses yet?
Absolutely not.
Unfortunately, I can't on Steam because it's not out in Japan, so I have to like be not lazy enough to pull out my PS4 again to do it on that. But I've watched it plenty.
What are your thoughts on it? Because I'm not, despite all the things I'll say about Smash, and I think everyone in the world is actually pretty knowledgeable about it. I don't care for the game type, so I didn't think much about this. Matter of fact, the fact that it blew up this much is genuinely a little surprising to me. But also, if you, with any amount of actual thought, no, this makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, for me, it fills out. It fills, yeah, it fills in the niche that Nintendo willingly took away.
Just so.
And actually, it's not just Smash as well. You can, level up your characters, level up their moves. You can customize the moves as you see fit. There's ways to basically do a sort of like symmetry or whatever with your bloody like person you're fighting with. You can play with your friends or not. There's rankings and stuff. There's season passes and blah blah blah. There's lots and lots and lots to do.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised.
Well, I'll download it and try it out once. Maybe once.
Become the world's greatest Stripe player.
No. If I'm gonna play, I'm playing Velma.
Correct opinion, actually.
Yeah. I am a Velma stan.
Yeah. Velma's support, I think. They have tanky, more DPS-y and supporty characters.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. So you can plan.
Yeah.
Jinkies.
And bouts are really quick as well, so it's like still adrenaline pumping, exciting, whatever.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I'm gonna download it. It's only 5 gigs, so it's a pretty small game.
Yeah.
Last but not least, this was a quickly added addition to this week's topics. A trailer came out for a game made in Unreal 5 called Squirrel with a Gun.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Man, this is taking Goose Game and like turning it up like 10 notches.
Yeah, really. It's like a mixture of Untitled Goose Game, Yakuza, and Goat Simulator. It's so weird.
For anybody confused as to what Squirrel with the Gun is, you run around as a squirrel, and you get to pick up a gun, and you can rob people with said gun. You can shoot people.
I've seen
with said gun.
less than 4 guns, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the trailer also makes you go into secret bases and you get chased by FBI type agents and stuff like that, and you beat them up.
Yep.
It's so weird.
This is absolutely one of you said it best. A perfect mix of all those weird animal based physics sims over the last few years.
With Yakuza.
With Yakuza, yeah.
With Yakuza.
That's right, it was League.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of my initial thought was Untitled Goose Game, and you said something. So
you cut out there.
Oh, well, what I said was I think I don't know if everyone thought this, but my first thought was Untitled Goose Game, and then someone was yeah with Goat Sim. I'm like, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's gonna be wacky.
You get to use the gun to help you platform and shit, because there was this one thing where you're trying to hop between this one platform to another platform, but there's lava under you or whatever, and they were failing a couple of times, and then they were like, fuck, I'm gonna take a gun out, and you're using the gun to propel yourself like you're fucking Ruby with their fucking shotgun scythe. Go
so funny.
No, this game's hilarious. And on Steam, when you go to its page, it's planned release : good question.
It's the most honest I've ever heard anyone about release dates.
I didn't play Untitled Goose Game, but I'm definitely gonna play Squirrel with the Gun. I think it caters to my American heritage. If you're an American, you play this game. No, but it's hilarious looking. Everybody should look at that trailer because that trailer's fucking hilarious.
So silly.
Yep. This is wait, no. I was about to say this is a Devolver Digital game, but that's a genital jousting. That was a Devolver Digital
That
game.
perplexed me earlier.
Yes.
Genital jousting is a game.
That is it. It is a game, and everybody else can look it up. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not
For the
going to talk
best.
about it. It's
For the
also very
best.
silly.
Yeah. But that's like, I mean, it was a very dry week. There wasn't nothing super fucking groundbreaking happened this week.
Genuinely, thank you. You let me get through Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Cheers
Yep.
for that.
So, what's the plan for this week
I don't know. I'm aimless.
outside of surviving?
I want to decide if I am going to play Tower Fantasy some more or not. Attempt to get more further into Half-Life Black Mesa.
Yes.
More relaxation on a farm called Stardew Valley. Actually, my farm's called Duck, but
Correct.
You know what I mean.
Obviously. Cool
Farming.
duck farm.
Yep, Duck Farm. Yep.
Ramming.
That's it for me.
I mean, I guess I'm in the world of playing Minecraft now. And I guess that's a thing. I've got to get through the last 2 chapters of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I'll probably do on a Wednesday. I have off Wednesday, so I think I might just sit down and hanker through the rest of the game. I'm at a point where like honestly leveled. I'm literally like 11 levels over leveled at the point of where I'm at.
And you will be just for the rest of the game if you keep that pace.
And not only that, I have so much XP in the camp, all right, because I haven't been using it, that I can go from 62 to pretty much 70 right now.
Yeah, I went from once I beat the game, I went from mid 70s straight past 83 or 4. So
yeah, so I don't have to think about the only thing I have to think about is when the fights do start getting to like the end of story points or whatever, I might just have to actually like throw people in certain classes, just to make sure I have like a well-rounded team at least.
yeah, I mean, like with where we're at, and especially now that you're there as well, there's really no reason to be stingy about like getting every last bit of CP.
Yeah.
There will be farmable areas for that. It's better just
100%.
to have like a team you're comfortable on.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. I don't think there was anything else that I was gonna play with Minecraft and Xenoblade. Oh, Monster Hunter. Of course, I'm playing Monster Hunter.
There you go.
I've got to up those, investigate. I was actually gonna play a little bit before I went to work today, but then I decided to hop on Minecraft. I got to get those. Do we know what the max investigation level is? Is there a max investigation level?
No idea. I'm sure there is. It's currently max because they did mention being able to raise it with future releases. So
it's probably 99 or 100.
That is a reasonable assumption at the moment. I don't see any reason to go over just 99 yet, but frankly, with the new gear that we get off of some of these monsters, like you could keep pushing that, and I think people would still find ways to get around the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like. I mean, I'm well, obviously I play with people, so like the challenge of these monsters aren't exactly like 100% there.
Okay, hold tight, because I understand, because when I was playing with like you and Psycho and our usual group, it was fine. Like Terra and Melody, it was great.
Yeah.
I did a Magnum Malo hunt earlier. I think it was in the 30s somewhere because I don't have that investigation very high yet.
Yeah.
And I got in. It was just me for a second. It was going really well. Someone else popped in. They immediately died. I was like,
okay.
whatever. One death. Someone
Randoms.
else popped in. They immediately died. A third person popped in, and I failed out of the quest.
Randoms are not like when I'm talking about, like, obviously I don't feel the challenge there when I play with my friends, including both our two like super Monster Hunter experts that we play with, that literally literally have some of the best like fucking setups to where they're doing like 50k damage within like 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness! By the way, I was playing with Tara, and she, in one stroke, hit an 8k crit on a sleeping creature.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's not the top
No,
top
it's
number,
not.
because I've seen some really nutty things. But for just someone who was like, all right, I'm going to put together this brand new set. Let me test something. It was disgusting.
That was
lovely.
that was just with Terra only, right?
Yes.
When Melody's there, she increases the damage. She increases like the overall attack damage before
these numbers are all
she does
foreign to
that
me.
hit. So
I play Charge Blade, and I will occasionally dabble in Switchblade. I don't hit numbers quite that high in one stroke.
I play Dual Blade. Me too. I deal a lot of damage over a lot of hits. That's all I do. But yeah, Monster Hunter, Minecraft, Xenoblade.
Yeah, I'll be cheering you on. We have quite a bit to talk about as you wrap up.
Yeah,
I'll be joining on Monster Hunter. I don't know about Minecraft. Like it's fun to play with people, but like at the end of the day, that isn't actually a game I get much from. Funny enough, I didn't think I was going to be finished in time, because Xenoblade is so big and the chapters are in such a way. I genuinely thought I was going to be there another week.
You're about to say Soul Hackers, aren't you?
Yeah, Soul Hackers drops, but that's not till after the week after next. So I might pick it up after all on launch.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, I
coming from
could.
a series I dislike.
I mean, I could. I mean, I'll definitely finish Xenoblade this week. Whether I go straight into doing endgame stuff or not is a different question. But
that's a mood. Fair enough.
I probably won't, considering there's a lot of time before the first DLC comes out for Xenoblade.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just wait until around the time the new DLC comes out, and I'll go in and start grinding like jobs and doing all these end game stuff.
I'll probably get the jobs a couple of the classes that I want, but I don't feel the need to grab like Soul Hacker, like max that class out or anything.
By the way, you can talk, and this will be after I end this podcast or whatever. You can talk to me about those last two jobs, or last two classes, by the way. I already know what they are and who they're from.
Oh, I completely forgot. I unlocked those, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Right. So I have to go back in at least to see. I mean, I know what they are and what they do, but I want to see how they feel. Yeah. Right. Oh, good call. I genuinely forgot about that.
Yeah, I did spoil myself on that. But yeah, if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Appreciate it. And
don't make Leek sad. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't make. Yeah, like
we will all fight you. And
Leek's been
the hardest.
Leek was in a hospital for over a month, and nobody came by and like subscribed because Leek was gone. Then again, we didn't really say that Leek was in the hospital the entire time, because we didn't want to.
Wasn't our place to say.
Wasn't our place to say.
I was just gone. Disappeared.
She was trapped in the Matrix for a bit. We got her.
Yeah. But yeah, we will see you guys next week.
Be good. Make good decisions.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely